Hello there YouTube, this is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound Daily. Today is the solo daily for October 13th, and we will be playing Weaver, going from Silent Promenade into Vengewood, and then up against Runestone. Um, I don't think that I really have to explain this much. Last time that we had Weaver, however, I did say that we had a damage per turn of 375. Turns out that I was wrong, because I forgot about the orb that you get every turn. So, in actuality, Weaver has a damage per turn of 410. Easily the highest in the game. Yeah, starting with 2 random bindings, regardless of what they are, it means that we get more ascensions and ascensions sooner. So, very excited to see that. What would I possibly want to see? As always, smoke bomb's good. Can't go wrong with stuff like Jinx. T-bolt's pretty good. Regardless of what they give us, though, we should be fine. Our quest is to spend quillings, but we have Icarus pots, so we get 3 treasure pots. Again, we have more than enough damage. We really don't care. We can go ahead and buy whatever we want. Likely. And, yeah, just trying to make sure that we remember to spend our quillings. And remembering that we cannot drop vestiges. So trying not to... knowing that we're going to buy stuff, just keep that in mind, right? We got Dial of Fate, which is okay. Puts us into crit very easily because we can just take any status and get something for crit. When you have a lot of damage, obviously crit is pretty good, especially when your cooldowns are low like this. Looking at our cooldowns, by the way, we have After Image and Cleave, so After Image is already sort of like nudging us into a crit line. Seems pretty good. Cleave is absolutely ass. I don't want to see it. Get it out of my face. Oh, well. There's Cultivated Harmonies. I think we take that. Like I said, we have more damage per turn over most other people that we probably don't care about something like training weights or like, oh, we didn't grab anything that gives us damage. I'm ready to eat those words when we don't get fight 1. Or more horribly, get a 2-turn penalty on fight 1 like we did last time. Cultivated Harmonies just sounds like a good idea. Makes it a lot easier for us to actually use stuff like Cleave and After Image because our kit in itself is just disgustingly good. Seamless Stitch. Do I want that to be -1? I don't think so. I think we want Precise Image, actually. Again, doesn't really help our turn 1 here, unless for whatever reason we put all this stuff on cooldown. Hit After Image. Hopefully it lands on Cleave. If it does that, then we can pretty much kill whatever we want. Otherwise, Thickened Threads obviously adds probably the most damage per turn to us because, well, we're going to be using it quite a bit. I'm going to get spicy, go with Precise. And we'll see how that works out for us. Mercurial sounds amazing. That's another possibility for us to just push disgusting damage. Let's get a Quilling Cage. We're looking to spend money anyways, and we don't really want to fill our bar with like a bunch of whites. There's some whites that we would be willing to take, but it's not necessary. It's a little rude, don't you think? Well, I'm trying to determine if this is worth it. You would take 50 damage. No, that's a little spicy. Let's take this Disintegrate. Get Controlled Weaving. Yeah, we're good. There's probably a way for us to get through that without having to use our potion, but I'm not too concerned about it personally. Go ahead, just give me crit damage. Plus 2 stacks of bleed. Potent Stitch is actually good AoE damage. We can put a crit aug on this at purple, which is quite formidable. Kind of bad versus Runestone, though. The best option we have here. We'll take it. Blur? Okay. That actually makes that feel very good. Because now we can almost guarantee that it's going to hit cleave. If we put this on cooldown and this on cooldown, blur, the only 2 skills remaining is thread and cleave. Do I want to get a green augment to try and put crit on? Well, it can be crit here. It could be negative cooldown on blur. Actually, green augs might not actually be good for us at all. So then we go for stats? Okay. Hello. Unfortunately, I think I gotta take this 4% crit chance. Go ahead, grab the Superior Vault, might as well. Oh, we got a Vengeful Infusion. That actually helps quite a bit here. Especially because we did manage to get some Spikes damage. Okay. I am quite happy with that. I'm even happier with that. I'm wondering if it's worth it for me to take damage here. 10 spiked, that's 120 damage to you, reduces you down to 540. Constrict. Maybe. We'll go ahead and we'll use it. We can't necessarily constrict because you have... You can still do it. My apologies. I thought that that was actually going to work as I intended it to. Nothing ever does though, so I don't know why I thought that. Go ahead, get all that. I guess we're gonna thread you, hit you with this, maybe. We are kind of in trouble. This is actually going to do more damage. Slightly. I still have some spikes on me. Yeah, that should get us close enough. Was a little concerned. Now there's a figment there. That's not quite enough damage to actually dispatch you, huh? That's a little bit of a trouble. That's a lot of trouble. I think I legitimately scuffed that. Even if I was to get rid of this, that's 150. That's not quite enough. We're going to want to hit you with this, because that's 200. We're going to miss you. Okay. I guess I mismanaged that. It'll probably be easy to see when I go over it in editing. Valmark is tempting, as is Parsimonious. Do we actually need another will, or do we actually need damage? I think we actually need damage, so Valmark is looking pretty good. Good single target. We're going up against Inferno. Could hold us over for a little while. We could also re-roll this. What would we be looking for? We would be looking for something like counter assistance. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and we're going to re-roll here. Cloak of the Conspirator is something. Cheese cards is some crit chance. Doesn't really help us that much, though. I could actually see us wanting to go into something like Trader's Dagger here, though. It does nothing for us right now, but opens up some opportunities. Cloak of the Conspirator is kind of bad for Rinferno. I think I'll take cheese cards. Give me some more crit chance. What do we want here? Making Constrict free. I think that's actually quite good for us. Not necessarily just to get a will a turn, but to make sure that we get to hit more things with Cultivated Harmonies. Whether or not that's good, honestly, good question. Almost doubling the damage of So seems pretty good. Otherwise, we could detach and have some more spike damage. Honestly, I'm willing to go with that. We've got lots of technical will. Give me some insane single target damage, and we'll see what we can do with that. Am I willing to take an Ink Needle Compass I can't get rid of? Not necessarily. Let's reroll here. Glass Cannon. We're going to be crazy. We're going to be absolutely bonkers crazy. Crimson Quillfish. Might as well take it now. There's not really a good time to take that, unless, of course, we run into something later that wishes we didn't. But, Controlled Weaving. Go ahead, hit you with... Well, first let's hit ourselves with this. That's good. Hit you with that. It's cheap. Hit you with this. We might as well. We can detach this. That'd leave you with... You'd pretty much be phasing. We're going to take a lot of damage, so I guess it doesn't matter where we are. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Yeah, this bomb actually is dealing the majority of the damage to us, or at least enough to where this doesn't really matter too much to me. Probably should do it just in case. You'd hate to die by like 5 damage. Definitely didn't think of that one. Oh well, not much we can do. We're gonna take 4 damage. That's better than the 8 that we were taking, I guess? Question mark? Go ahead, hit you with that. I actually deal too much damage. It'd be nice to actually have these guys to increase my damage. No, we don't want to do that. I mean, honestly, don't we? Like what? He's going to stampede us? Okay. Okay. We're fine. Never questioned it for a second. Critical Stitch sounds great. Eviscerate. Hemo actually makes this thing usable. As always, like -2 cooldown on this skill is very potent. Eviscerate means that we get to hit a lot of things. Does that actually do anything? Inflicts 15 stacks of bleed. Who cares? Bleed doesn't really do a lot of damage. I think it's Hemo. Like, for 50 less, we get, well, 50 and then 50 per turn after, we get Hemo, so that usually makes up for itself. We get to use this thing twice a fight. Like, okay, I'm willing to take that. Please heal me. I don't think that we need damage anymore with Glass Cannon. Let's just keep grabbing crit damage. Like, our baseline damage should be pretty good. Holy lord, that was a good yield there. The Inkzuka. Probably wasn't necessarily worth it for us to blow our entire load there. Going to choose that we're going to be fine. Swindlers is interesting. I'm not sure that that's our line, though. Pile of tiles definitely does some damage. -2 to all cooldowns. Do we have enough will that we can get by without an orb? I think maybe. The -2... I don't usually take ink flat, but it's feeling pretty good here with blur and hemo. Yeah, I think I'm actually willing to take that. I just have to remember the fact that I'm not going to get any help. Another random binding gaining critical charge sounds great. Bolstered cleave is worth even less due to the fact that we have, we technically have more damage. I guess this is actually 100. It's 25% more damage. Like, that's just, I'm sorry, that's a shitty AUG. Like, to put it in perspective, white AUGs usually give you around 50% damage. Around. Like 35 to 50%. Some obviously are more equal than others, but then you got Cleave here that's like, oh yeah, plus 50 damage because one of them will multi-hit. I don't know. It's like Cleave or Bleed was OP during the pre-alpha. So Cleave just caught a stray and got nuked from orbit and has never been looked at again. Some of the decisions like that, I don't like balance. What? I don't know if we need accurate image. Maybe we take defensive constrict just to sort of mitigate the fact that we're probably going to blow ourselves up eventually. I just don't know when that's going to be something, if that makes sense. I guess I'll take... We'll reroll here. That's usually the best idea when you're trying to, like, decide which is the lesser of the two evils. Patchwork Stitch is absolutely useless. We might as well have taken Constrict because of the fact that it's now just single target. Hexing Threads is probably the best thing we got because then we get free Hex versus Runestone and Lusk. Maybe Splice, right? Like, Splice is magic damage. We'd love to just pop something. I guess we'll take that. Otherwise, the +1 evasion is kind of useless in the route that we're currently going. If it saved the evasive every turn, right, like even if it was just a fall off of 1, then I would see stacking evasive, but like we're not going to get auto attacked by 3 different things unless you're talking like maybe some bits spawn in this fight coming up. Strangulate. Just turn this in. We lose a little bit of damage, but then we don't have to worry about having multiple people threaded. That's probably the move. Because we're kind of going wide here with Splice. So we need to recognize that. If we were to buy something for 300, we would be set. And we'd have it in time for... I'd rather have the Tethered Shrine for more stats. Obviously, more crit chance would make this feel a lot better. Let's go a little crazy, though. There's certainly some things that we can buy for 300 that we want. Like, Inkredo and Harmonizing Whistle. Oh my god, I want to buy this whole shop. Like, unironically. Holy crap. I think it's Harmonizing and Inkredo. Because obviously we want to be able to, you know, like, fit our legendary that we're going for. Window to Eternal. That's kind of bad. Are we somehow able to get by Wallows? Not really. Sorry. We can keep this. I'm not too sold on Tetra. Let's look at our Heroic Vault. I highly doubt that this is going to be worth it. If you guys could stay clustered, that'd be... the Delta. Hmm. We're actually not going to get a cooldown from that because I said that I didn't want it. Okay. We'll have to get that one on the flip side. What don't we want to crit here? Let's hit that. Then this. There we go. Controlled weaving. We are not going to get you, sucker. Okay. We still got more than enough money. I'm not too concerned. Okay. Time to thread everything. Constrict everything? Holy Lord. Holy Lord. Another glass cannon, kind of cute. Hammer of the Broken Rail could end up becoming like pretty good for us. Unlikely versus Rinferno. A second glass cannon just isn't good for us though. I'm willing to re-roll this once. A leaky pen, that's kind of cute. If we didn't take ink flat, that would have been like huge. I guess it is still kind of huge. Like, we get to pick up 2 orbs a turn, which basically just gives us all of our abilities back. Nah, I think I'm good. Over here, honestly, this might be just 1 ability power. Looking at it. Like, technically, getting more crit damage is probably our best damage multiplier right now. But, making sure that we don't necessarily need crits also kind of feels good to me. I guess we could re-roll this too. Fish for some crit chance. I said fish for some crit chance. That's at least crit chance. Thank you. I think we'll take accurate image. We basically get to use it every other turn. Why not? More stats, I think. I'm thinking about green Augs. Green Augs... You know what? We're not going to probably buy the legendary. We could go to a Binding Empowerment too. But green Augs, we could get the crit one on Thread. which sort of goes into what we're trying to do here. We can get crit on Strangulate. I don't think you get negative cooldown. You get negative cooldown. Not that both of these matter. We get it every other turn now because of Ink Flat anyways. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think that green Augs are just too bad for us. And blue Augs would be nice, but eh. Let's get some stats. Uh, 6% crit chance. Now we're starting to get there. Good old Lusk. Okay. Okay. Prickly Puffer for this fight. You guys have so much honking health. That's a lot of honking damage, though. I'll tell you that. We kind of need to take care of the little Lusk. They're going to deal a lot of damage to us. We'll do Mercurial into that next turn. Especially because then we can be sure that Blur is off cooldown. Just thread you ahead of time. Doesn't matter when we pick these up, really. I must have miscalculated there. There we go. I don't know how I'm physically going to get all of these besides sit here and use this 3 times, which is not advisable. I honestly may be dead. Why did you guys have to spawn like this? Okay, this is going to kill whoever we thread. So we can 1, 2, 3 Stitch. That was totally nasty. This is a much better spawn, thank you. Jesus H. Except how much... Game. That detaches. I was almost toast. Did I go over a turn? No. Somehow we still managed that one. I tried my best though. Holy shit. Weave isn't bad. Loom isn't bad. We kind of want to have a lot of things threaded anyways. I just think that versus Runestone, probably Weave is better. because we didn't get further wider. Oh, here we go. The cleave was also looking pretty good. Due to the fact that we can use it every other turn, bringing it down by 1 cost would actually mean that we could use it. The problem is that we've kind of, well, due to the fact that we can use it every other turn, I don't know, it's kind of like a catch-22. I'm willing to risk this for the bisque this. We're going into this fight with this much health. We'll see if that's unadvisable. Okay, we're fine. That helps a lot. I don't need to hit you. Let's keep our crits. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. That'll do it. Okay, we need something really good here. I could almost see a controlled explosives. Still not feeling that, though. I guess we can go ahead, take a look at the, we can look at the shop, see if there's a legendary in there that's actually worth keeping. Like, anything that saves us will is probably a good idea. Spun thread seems to be that. Makes me wish that I did have Loom now instead of Weave. Discounted image is also probably good. We want to use it every time that it's up, and it's up every turn. Because of the fact that we have Inkredo. These are Garbo. I'm not going to reroll there. I'll reroll here. On gaining crit, gain 3 stacks of Shattered Will. Well, I'll be honest, that's probably it. Looking at everything else here, yeah, we're good to go. Alright, this is going to be a little bit difficult, though. I mean, I guess we've got Blur, so we get a little bit of extra movement out of that. But it's going to be slightly rough. Definitely not our easiest win. We're going to have to work for this one. I suppose I should have threaded you first. Well, the more you know. Let's go ahead and hit you with this then, I guess. Hello. Okay, yeah, that does it. Hmm. Okay, I think we're gonna be okay. Yeah. We're fine. So that was a little bit easier than usual, or than I was thinking. Just a little bit more particular than usual. Anyways, all we took was that one hard fight, technically the first hard fight in the game, if I remember correctly. I think we just mismanaged it. I think that that was well within our right to earn. I might be wrong, though, but otherwise, the rest of the run, just easy clap. Um, Lusk did get a little bit spicy, though, but that was mainly because Bits kept forgetting that Splice removes the thread. Kind of important to know. Anyways, hope the run was enjoyable, entertaining, educational. You have any feedback whatsoever, be sure to put that down in the comments below, be it questions, concerns, comments, misplay alerts, and until next time, I will catch you guys around.